Hey guys, Artosis here, bringing you some more CNSL Season 5. It's been a great tournament so far and continues to be such. That last game between Motive and Ample was a great one. Definitely check that out. This is game number 2 for the losers match in the round of 16. So, all right. Motive took down that first game, did end up getting a lot of carries. He was up to 11 at one point. And what are you going to do? You know, that's tough to deal with for any Terran in the world in any circumstance. But we'll see if Ample can fight back. Like, he definitely found decent play with that 3 factory, but, you know, you can see part of the reason why the very top Terrans in the world generally don't play like that. Ample is a very volatile Terran, like I've mentioned a lot of times in the past. I'm a big fan of his Terran versus Protoss playstyle. He plays a hyper-aggressive style, always trying to get that damage, and it can do well for him, but sometimes you can see someone like Motive grind out a victory, even though he loses that third Nexus, and, you know, definitely some things went wrong for him. As we get later and later and later into the game, Ample might not have the solid foundation of upgrade Terran to punish some of those bigger macro plays, like the Mass Carrier. So anyways, let's see what he does here. The map is Allegro, and Allegro is actually pretty solid for Terran versus Protoss overall. It's just like a comfortable map, I guess, is the right way to put it. Everything is kind of the right distance. There's enough buildable terrain. You can definitely play a macro game here. And there's actually some really interesting mid-game rushes that can occur in certain positions. Like, the distance between this, like the Motive's base here, and Ample's base is not too much. And there's definitely buildable terrain in here, as you can see, where, like, missile turrets can be set up, depots can be set up for a push, that type of thing. And they are close spawn. So that's going to do well for Ample's style. He definitely is going to have potential to do some sort of, like, maybe a 2-base attack or a 3-base attack. It's actually even exacerbated if your opponent is, like, in this particular case, because it's rotationally symmetric. If Ample's opponent, if Motive was up here, his natural 3rd base would be here, which is very close push distance, right? So that's something that can be taken down. And I would say the one we see the most is if Terran's up here and Protoss is over here, that 3rd base just gets killed like every game. But, I mean, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. You don't necessarily need to expand there. There's a lot of options for where to go. And taking a look here, it's actually a Forge Nexus first, okay? So this is a newer build. I've definitely casted it a few times on the channel, but for those of you who don't remember or need an update or haven't seen it, this is something that's again, kind of new. We've seen a lot of Forge Fast expansions against Zerg. Oh, wow, he blocks it. The thing is, you're going to know as Ample, because you see this pylon, you know that it's a Forge. And he should actually go 2-fact against this. We'll see if he... Yeah, he puts guys back on gas. Anyways, so basically, Nexus First became so popular that, like, we were seeing it. I would say there was a period of time, and it was right around when Mini won ASL, and you could see it in his games when he won ASL. 4 of the 7 games in the finals were Nexus First. And it was a similar percentage on the ladder, where it was, like, over 50% of Protoss vs. Terran games were Nexus First. But what this did was it got Terrans really good at killing the Nexus First with Marine SCV Vulture. That's the macro thing to do in close spawn positions. Okay? Like, it's actually very, very important to understand that otherwise you're just behind. So, ooh, good pullback here. So basically what happened is Protoss has started to go for a cannon. Because, like, 1 cannon to 2 cannons, if they try to do that, the cannon just... You have no idea how badly cannons wreck Vultures, Marines, and SCVs. It's insane. You can't do it. You can't do that push anymore. So the cannon expand started to come up. Now, the cannon expand, the way to counter that, or right now what is considered the best way to counter that, is to go 2-factory. A 2-factory rush. You go siege mode, you go mines, you build missile turrets, bunkers, everything. And you just push them in. Now, as a counter, Protosses have been going 4-gate, but here it's a little bit different from Ample. He's building this bunker just out of range, man. If he was like, if it was here and that SV popped out, it would have died to the cannon. But anyways, here come oh my god, the probes and Zealot coming out. I'm surprised. Like, okay, well, he's trying to get this around. Maybe this will end up working. That is a lot of probes and a lot of Zealots getting on top of these Marines. But yeah, it looks like Ample should be able to kill the Zealots off. Excuse me. And as the Zealots die, I mean, he's going to lose all the probes very quickly, I would say. Probes themselves cannot fight so well. And yeah, he's losing a hell of a lot of economy there. Oh my god. So it seems like Ample probably is going to be able to just break through here. There's only 14 probes remaining. You know, he's going after the tank. He doesn't get it. Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you at this point. He's diving hard on it. And he can't chase anymore because this siege tank will actually kill him. Oh my god. This micro right now is absolutely insane. And he saves both tanks. To be fair, Motive almost held. And if he actually ends up holding, he can regain his probe count reasonably quickly with the two Nexuses. But this game is over, man. A good all-in there from... Well, it's not exactly all-in. Again, when someone goes Nexus first and it's close spawn, you are supposed to go after it. Because you can't just macro out of it. They just get so far ahead. So, solid quality push, I guess, from Ample. It was dicey there for just a moment with all the probes and everything. 3 goons going to come out. We'll see. Yeah, I don't think so. 3 siege tanks and a bunker. Going to be a little bit hard. He picks off 1, but loses 2 goons. Honestly, over the long term, that is a holding proposition for Motive, since he has 3 gates against 1 factory, and we're closer to his base. But yeah, this should not end up working at all. Another bunker going down. The siege tank's getting position. 3 siege tank hits do kill a Dragoon. Okay, that's it. 1-1. On to the decider game.